I'm here with Coco, and Coco is a very precocious, about a 10 or 11 month doodle. Now, Coco does not like to listen very much. So in this video, we're going to go over some tips and some tricks if you have a dog that lacks motivation. Now, I think in Coco's case, I think part of the reason he lacks motivation is he's been outlasting his humans. So his humans ask him to sit, he doesn't sit, and he walks away and does something else. And then he comes up to him and sits down and they pet him. So they're petting him for the things that he likes to do. Now, normally I like to celebrate those sort of things. But when you're asking Coco to do something, he needs to do that one thing. And if he doesn't do that thing, we can't give him attention or treats for other things because that confuses him thinking, when you say sit, I can just walk away and I get the same reward as if I sit. So when you're working with dogs, you want to really work with them on 1 to 2 minute practice sessions. You want to practice in different locations and you want to make sure the last repetition is a successful one. So if you push too long, he starts losing interest like he demonstrated today, then he just walks away and he's like, I don't like doing that game or whatever it is. But if you stop short before he really gets everything out of it, he wants to do that game again. Motivation is key for every animal on the planet. Now, we went over marker words and celebrating, which is basically a lot of things that's going to really help with this. And I'm not going to talk about it because it's going to be in the video below this one where I'm going to summarize, or actually it'll be linked above in this one in text. But I want you guys to understand that all attention from you towards Coco is rewarding. So asking him, if you think about it, if you ask him to sit and he doesn't sit, and you say sit 7 more times, he's getting 7 times the attention for not doing what you want. And if he does what you want, maybe 1 attention. So we have to take away that extra attention that we're giving him for not listening to us. So basically, if you ask him to sit and he doesn't sit, then just go find something else to do. Now, one of the ways that I like to teach sit, and I'm going to have it linked above, how to teach a puppy, I'm going to have a whole bunch of really basic obedience. Pick one of those lessons and work on that lesson 1 minute in the morning, 1 minute in the afternoon, 1 minute in the evening, and stick with that lesson till you've gone through all the steps and you've taught the puppy sit, up, down, and stand, or whatever it is. Then go on teaching him to recall or to go to the dog bed or whatever the lesson is. So let's just pick one thing and work on that one thing over and over until he does it. But if you start working with him and he doesn't listen and won't take the treat, don't put the treat in his mouth, don't ask him 5 times, just walk away. If you want to do it, what I want, Coco, I want to hook you up with some great treats. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'm on to the next thing. Now, for feeding, right now, the food is left out, and that's kind of close to what we call free feeding. Food is what we call a primary reinforcer for dogs. It's the most important thing. If we leave it out all the time or for long periods of time, it no longer has value because then I can eat it whenever I want. So what I'd have you do is put the food down, invite him to eat, tap the bowl, and then some dogs are social eaters. You have to eat something first or they won't eat. So eat a banana, a couple pieces of chips, a granola bar, whatever it is, and then go over, feed him, and tap the bowl. When he comes over and sniffs it, he's started the feeding process. As soon as he walks away, whether it's he walks away after 1 second or an hour, when he walks away, we pick up the bowl, we dump the bowl empty, and we put the empty bowl back down. There's no food again until the next meal unless we're doing training. If you do training, that's okay. That will actually spike his appetite a little bit. But remember, when you use treats, you want to use the smallest value and the lowest value and the smallest portion. So if he chews the treats more than 3 chews, it's too big of a treat. Cut it down into smaller pieces until you find one, because we're going to give him a lot of treats. We don't want to give him treats that are so big that it fills him up and then he doesn't want to practice anymore. And since he already has a lack of motivation, I think you guys practicing for 1 minute and then walking away, it tells him that when it's this 1 minute, I better listen to Rita because that's when she's giving out a lot of great treats. And if I don't take advantage now, it might be a couple hours before I get another opportunity to do that again. So I don't think he understands what sit is. I was going to use the window. We have a beautiful view of Los Angeles out on your deck. And if you go out there, when he wants to go out, he was scratching at the door. I told him I wanted him to sit. And again, I don't think he knows to sit. So until he knows that, and that should be one of the first lessons you go over, work on that. But if he wants to go outside, sit. And if he sits, then we open the door and he gets to go outside. If he doesn't sit, I'm not asking for it 5 times. So then just come and sit down somewhere. And if you're worried about him having an accident here like he did, maybe go back to the other area where you can close off the baby gate. When you have a puppy, especially when it's not potty trained, we don't want to give them too much access because then they can go over here out of reach and make a mistake. Now you, Eagle Eye, She saw it right away before it happened, which she recognized, but she'd prefer not to have him pottying over there. So if we limit his access, we make it easier for us to manage and control him. All right, so I think the main thing for Coco is recognizing that if the more we say it, the less we mean it. So we're going to say it once and also be aware of what's going on. There are a couple times where we're practicing, and then the nice woman who's cleaning would open a drawer or move around, and he heard that, and that distracted him. Just like right there, he saw I looked at the phone. And that's okay, go ahead. But the idea is if we have people who are mowing or cleaning the pool or cleaning, and we're trying to train him at the same time, he's going to be distracted. He's not going to listen as well, and that's going to cause him to not perform as well. Then we get frustrated because he's not performing, and then later on he comes up to us and we reward him for the things that we don't want. So the main thing is to make sure we understand that when we're training him, if he does what we want, we say the marker word once and we give him the treat, and if he doesn't do it, then we walk away. Now, once he knows how to sit, a lesson I'd like you to learn, and this will help him practice listening to you, is I call it training for obedience. I might have it linked above on the text here. So what I do is I just tell the dog to sit if he knows how to sit. If he sits, I say yes, I give him a treat, and I take 3 steps away. If he doesn't sit, I don't ask for it more than once. I just walk away and wait, and when he comes to me, I ask him to sit again in a different location. After a while, he recognizes when I listen to you, I get a reward. If I don't listen to you, nothing happens. So then you take a couple steps. So you're going to walk around your house, and just every 3 or 4 steps, you're going to stop and ask him to sit or to lay down. Now, have we taught him to shake? Have you taught him to shake, to give you his paw and shake? Have you taught that? No. Don't teach him that because that promotes jumping. Now, when he comes up to you, if you've been telling him to do something, he doesn't do it, and he comes up and he wants to lick your face or paw at you, don't give him attention at that point. Otherwise, he's like, I just get attention for the things I want. You're sliding off this chair, buddy. Yes, there we go. Yes, oh, he's such a cutie. Now, that's part of his problem is he's so good looking that I think that the guardians have given him what he wanted, even though he wasn't doing the things that they wanted. And they're doing that because they're nice people. The problem is that confuses him into thinking I can do whatever I want and I get whatever I want. So he has to learn that if I need to get a treat, I need to earn that treat. And when he does that, that'll boost his confidence and will help him understand that listening to humans is a great way to get what I want. Not listening to humans doesn't get me what I want. As he's kind of protesting, he wants to get down. So, all right. So this is Coco, and these are some little tips on how you can help your dog have a little bit more motivation to listen to you. Isn't that right, Coco?